That used to be my grandmother's house. Doesn't look too good. Bought it 1964, brand new. Had a white fence, apple trees. My grandmother had a fountain and flowers all around the house. See where the driveway is? She did a secondary driveway. The driveway had apple trees going all the way up. Those cars are on the right hand side. And my grandmother's room was right over the garage. And it was pink. Pink house. That's the original color. And they put aluminum siding. That was new. Look at all the overgrown in the yard. There were pear trees back there too. Yep. I slept right there. She had the fireplace going for Melissa and Holly. And they were little. It's just so run down. It's just so sad. And that was her bedroom. They had that extra built on over the garage. Her and my grandfather. He didn't get to stay in there very long. He died in a hunting accident in Canada back in 1969. Yep. I'm on my way home. Bus driver was driving super crazy. I'm surprised that the bus doesn't tip over. Even my toes were gripping the chair. It's just too much. But I had to leave early. I didn't realize how late it was because I need to leave the house early. I waited a long time, an hour and a half for the bus. I got to learn those routines. But while I was in the graveyard, nobody was around, but my chair, I went up the hill part, and then the chair stalled out, just stopped, which freaked me out. And then I didn't know what to do. I just hit the button and it turned on. And that was, okay, that was much. So I'm going around because I've never been in there before. And so I see this young girl coming into there after I go around. I'm almost halfway around. And I look at her because I find that strange. It's a cemetery. I mean, it probably goes back to the 1600s. And then, I see her, but I'm not too alarmed. I see all these people coming around, and I see somebody else yelling. All these businesses, my God, the sidewalks. Jeez, I'm still going for a ride on the bus. So... I remember this was all like, these are, not too many houses when my grandparents, because they were together when he died. Not a lot of houses. Anyways, so then I'm gonna do, I already did Bird's Eye, and I was gonna do the, forget what you call it now, where to go around. Forget what they call that. So, and I was measuring with my eyes to make sure that I didn't, I'm not going to hit a tombstone, and then I'm asked out and I have to go get my drone and I have to go get in the grass. My chair doesn't do well on certain surfaces. So, I got to watch these sidewalks. They've been here since my grandmother, since the 60s, okay? Done nothing with these sidewalks. Bad as tombstones. So, I'm debating to do the hover round, whatever you call it. And I'm measuring with my eyes. I see this young guy coming around behind me. So he went for a little stroll in the cemetery. I see people at the front of the cemetery. They're on the phone. They're hanging out. Like, everybody's at the cemetery because I'm here. So I'm just keeping my eyes open. I do have weapons on me, but I don't have them ready because I didn't think it was going to be a problem. And I was ready to grab, but I decided that let me just go. This is a sign to go home. So I put the drone away. He's walking in front of me now. He's doing some kind of hand things to his hand, like, you're not handicapped, mother. I'm watching you. So he's doing, his hands are straight down. I don't know if I was videotaping him, but his hands were down, and he was moving his fingers and stuff, and I'm just following him now, being careful that I don't get hurt on a wheelchair with the horrible grounds, because there's businesses all around. But it's popular today. So I'm right behind him. I watch him, and then he does some kind of stretch at the head of the cemetery, the entrance. What is going on here? It's just people like have the freaking... Hold on. I had to get off the bus early because this man was flying and taking turns where I can't believe the bus doesn't tip over. Anyway, then he's pressing those brakes. I mean, last time when I was on it coming to East Hartford, everybody screamed whiplash because he pressed on the brakes. He almost hit the bus in front of him, and we all went flying, you know. Anyway, so he's stretching out in the lawn part, and I go behind, and I'm there leaving, and I noticed that, you know, there's people in the entrance, and an old lady with her walker in front of there in the door, the entrance. I'm like, get out of my way. That's my attitude at this moment, because, you know, I got most of it, but I just wanted to do just one more effect, but I didn't get a chance to do that. And maybe it was just not, you know, it's not God's will. You know, God protects us, at least we know it. Look at this sidewalk. No, going around. This is crazy. All right. These people got their own national park in their backyard. I think my grandmother, I don't know if this house or the other house, my grandmother's friend. You know, these people are all dead now. Look at this house coming up with the porch. Look at this, the back porch. Oh, my favorite kind of house. All right. It'd be nice if we saw some turkeys. See, that scares me because my back wheels go up. These too high up, these. Anyways, let's get home. So I get out, you know, and I'm debating if I'm going to go to the restaurant they have down there, you know, like this diner kind of place. And I've been wanting to go over there, but I haven't been there since Lynn and Shelley. And that was the 90s or the early millennium. I can't remember. So, yeah, because I started, you know, with the ghost shows on cable. All right, look at this pretty house. That fence is new. So, I stand there, and some guy comes up to me and said, "You're riding your belt. You're riding on your belt." And I realized the belt because I was getting caught in the wheels, and I didn't know what that was. I thought I got on a branch or something. So I was very thankful to him. So I'm looking around, you know, debating. I look at the time, it's like 3:30. I said, oh, it's too late. I got to get home. So I decided not to go another time. But I'll never go to the cemetery again. I mean, it's too, you know, oh my gosh, that's so cute in there. I should videotape, but it's all private here with these bushes. They had like a stone path to the door, to the porch. It was so cute. like you see on greeting cards. So I decided to go. And then I'm at that building that I stopped in front of that used to be Bessos. It's a church before it went abandoned. It was my cousin's. And so somebody had wrote that. She knew the guy that owned it. I said, yeah, that was my cousin. Then apple trees, crab apples. And I didn't have much nice to say about that. But it's abandoned. Abandoned for a long time. So I keep going, people are looking at me, probably curious, don't recognize me. I've been around East Hartford since I was a little girl. I've been all over. We never stayed in the house, my mother. Like, we was always riding around. We've been to all the movie theaters, drive-in theaters. We've been to the Meadows. We've been all over there when there used to be abandoned places there. And they had those camps where people homelessly live and stuff. It was a different name back then. We went through that. I mean, we were all exploring Connecticut. On top of, because it was a drive-in theater in Hartford, right there by the river, the Meadows. That's all gone now. It was by the Connecticut River, which I hated. I hated that. So I know East Hartford when they used to have trolley tracks in the middle of the road on Main Street. Of course, they've been paved over and over and over and over. That was the 1960s. And so, why are you looking at me like that? I've been here forever. This house here was on the news a few times. Cars, they just plunged right through the house. Ran their porch on the side there. They dressed it up nice for Halloween. It was in the news a few times. A car went through that. I can't remember what the problem was with that. I've seen wild turkeys over here. Everybody's coming out from work. That porch right there. Then there's another house down here that a bus went through it. I don't know what people are doing. But I just want to get off that bus because he was driving like a crazy person. I know it was on purpose too. But he didn't take the $1 for the fare, so. So I'm ready to cross over Main Street to wait for the bus that also took an hour to come. And I see the guy hitting the button to cross. I'm crossing, and he's hitting the button to cross. And I'm looking at him like, cross. I was probably videotaping at the time, so he's probably in the video. Like, what are you doing, man? It's already saying walk. That's what I mean, craziness, you know? So you go ahead with your bad self. I don't need to go to that cemetery again. They had a lot of tombstones from the 1700s. It was pretty awesome. And so I got as much as I could, some drone footage, and I'm done. So I thought it would be a full day, but I had to go to Walgreens quick to get a nail clipper because I keep breaking my nails, and so I don't like when they're sharp like that, so I'm gonna cut them. We're almost home. I don't know, I'm not for this anymore. I'm not for this anymore. So he's acting crazy, so I go at the bus stop, holding on to my $1 for dear life so I can get the hell home. I'm not used to being around a lot of people. I'm not used to all that anymore. Okay. Am I supposed to go through this? Oh my God. Jeez. we we're surviving. Here comes this really old farmhouse. I videotaped a farmhouse that torn down. I just came up in memories on TikTok, so I'll have to grab that piece. So I could just edit it on this so you can see it. It's been torn down and now they're building another house in that part. Who would want to live on the corner of that busy street? See it? This has been done over many, many decades ago. She's an oldie. Usually they have a plaque, but I don't see a plaque. But the other house was 1700s. Guardian was over 300-year-old farmhouse. And here's a farm. You got corn. Got some sunflowers over there. You know something? I'm gonna do some drone footage. I think I'll do right where the sunflowers are. I'll do bird's eye. And I probably could do orbit. That's the name of it, orbit. So it goes around. Now you see that blue house right there? Now that's the house the bus went through. I don't understand how people drive. I really don't. I got footage. And they're always on their phone. I never look at my phone when I'm driving. Somebody says everybody does it. No, shut up. I don't. The consequences are grim. Okay. A little bit of sun in my eyes.